Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's a trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. A quick announcement. The powers that be at CryptNation have given me some guidance on how they want me to conduct this Zoom call. I probably has something to do with avoidance of litigation potentially, but I'm supposed to say I am not connected to that group or anybody at Altcoin Alert, CryptNation, anyone like that. Crypto 101, any of those organizations. I do this out of the kindness of my own heart and that I saw 4 years ago when this was introduced, Altcoin Alert. I saw this as a potential way to day trade, to assist in day trading. And then I added short-term swing trading about 2 years ago. So this is how I use it. I've said that many times on my Zoom calls. This is how I use this program. But the founders have nothing to do with it, so you can use it the way I use it or make some different version of it, strategy wise, or just listen and enjoy. So I guess that's my disclaimer. I'm supposed to repeat it towards the end. Maybe I'll remember, maybe not. But regardless, let's get into the reason why you're here. And that starts with overall market commentary. We got drama in the federal government. We got Elon and President Musk going at each other. So the former BFFs are now at each other's throats. We've got this big, beautiful bill that's supposed to be a good deal for Americans. It's going to blow up the deficit, so some say. Uh, I don't know. I don't talk any more about politics on here than I have to, but it did maybe have something to do with the dip we saw in Bitcoin recently. It dipped down to 100K. It has bounced up to 1017, so we are having some recovery. Maybe it's just a normal kind of dip. It has nothing to do with what's going on in Washington. But the spending bill, the budget bill is heated, and we'll see what, if anything, that has to do. There is one more thing that I heard sort of in passing is that President Trump wants to potentially get rid of the debt ceiling. This could blow up inflation and the value of Bitcoin at the same time. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Anybody have anything they've heard on these topics they want to add or speculate or talk about before we go to the charts? All right, let's go to the Bitcoin chart, and you should be seeing my Bitcoin 1 hour chart. You can see here that we did dip down to 100, 100,500, and that was a couple hours ago, and then it bounced back up to 1018. So we are below. Well, let's look at the moving averages on the day chart. Okay, we're still above the moving averages, the 200 and the 50. That we did dip below the 20 on Bitcoin on the day chart. Ethereum, at first on the hour chart, had a similar move down. It has not bounced back as well as Bitcoin, though. It's mostly going sideways at the moment. On the day chart, it's kind of hanging around the EMAs, 2050, and I don't even see the 200. I don't think it's mixed in there somehow. And we're below 2,500. 2,500 is sort of the desired support area in my mind. And we've been bouncing around that level most of the month, the last 30 days or so. But currently we've dipped below. We'll see if we can bounce back. But anyway, some drama in politics affected the market a bit, but not a whole lot. So this could just be one of those dips, one of those opportunities to get in at a lower price. though I would probably, if I were to buy Bitcoin now, just as a hodl, I think I'd want to get below 100. I think Bryce on the CryptNation call today was talking about getting in around 95 or 96. That seems a little bit better to me. I might put a stink bid in the 80s, try to catch one of those. All right. Well, that's the market overall, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we've got mostly green on my watch list here, though this just turned an hour ago Greenwich time. I think that's the London time, 0 hour, and the market's mostly going up, probably because Bitcoin is mostly going up, as we see here on the hour chart. Well, can we make some money on this? Can we make some short-term trades with day trades and maybe short-term swing trades? Let's see what we can do. Go to Altcoin Alert, and easy mode is off. I'm on Altcoin Radar. I will go ahead and refresh, get the most current information. The first sort I like to do is the AA score, looking for values 80 and higher. We have three, Polymath Coin and Raven Coin. I looked at these two, didn't look that good to me, but Raven is something I like to trade anyway. I've got the chart up. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is my day trading setup. It's a 15-minute chart. And I've got supply and demand visible range from Lux Algo. It's a free indicator on TradingView, using it for indicate support and resistance. The red zone resistance, the green zone support. And I've got some other things drawn in. And then I've got the RTI relative trend index for entries and alerts. Cumulative delta I use sometimes for confirmation. It's kind of hard to see the RTI at the moment because this big spike here kind of skewed the whole indicator, but it's sitting on the 50 value in between these, the 80 and the 0. So if you want to catch the next dip below 20, which is what I like to do, then you can set an alert on the RTI, right click, add an alert. Under condition, you choose crossing up on the trigger portion. Choose 20. Once per bar close. Expiration. I usually keep mine on until about 8 o'clock at night, give or take. Message. I use the information source for my messages. AA score purchase. And TradingView will remember what you type in. Notifications. Notify an app on my phone. Toast notifications pop up on my laptop, as is play sound. And I like 3 notes reverb for my sound. Click create, and I'm good to go. But since I'm an experienced day trader and I often trade on foreign exchanges using leverage, I'm going to change my alert a little bit. I'm going to change it to catch both directions, short and long. So instead of crossing up like you might do if you were spot trading, say on Coinbase or Kraken, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to enter a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom, and everything else will be the same. And click create. And it's kind of hard to see, but you see the rectangle here with the dotted lines. So it's currently hanging around the 50. If it dips below the 20 and comes back up, that's a potential long trade, and I will evaluate it for that purpose, check Bitcoin, the market overall, see if I want to enter that trade. If it shoots above 80 and then dips back down again, that could be a short entry, same concept. So, and then my alert should show up over here. And there it is. Okay, so that's my day trading approach. On a short-term swing, I'm going to click on the 1 hour chart. I'm using the same support and resistance indicators. I'm using SuperTrend to help me decide when to get in. And then I'm going to use Trendilo LSMA, this indicator here, to for confirmation. So we just had a turn to the sell side. The sell printed a couple hours ago, and the Trendilo LSMA just turned red. So this is not, according to this setup, a long trade to take yet. So plus we're close to the red zone. You don't want to take a long trade this close to resistance. We could look at some longer time frames and evaluate it that way to see if it's something we want to do. So I'll click on the 4-hour chart, kind of at the halfway mark at the moment on the 4-hour chart. In the 8 hours, about the same. Day chart. Well, the day chart has potential, but you're going to be in this for a while. So if you got in this now and rode this to the red zone, it's a potential 48% recovery, which is really good, but it's going to take 138 days, and that's longer than I want to be in a trade. But if you don't mind that setup, then you may want to consider this. But going back to the hour setup, you could set an alert on the SuperTrend, right click, add an alert, and you're going to choose the alert SuperTrend buy. And only once probably expiration. Sometimes leave these on longer, maybe till 10 o'clock tonight. Message, AA score. Notifications, I'll use a different sound and bell, and click create. That should be over here. So I've got my swing trade layout or swing trade alert good to go. So I did alerts on both the swing trade and the day trade option for Raven. Any questions on what I've done, how I do things with Altcoin Alert and TradingView? All right, cool. I might zip along a little faster then, since I went over that in some detail. Okay, so back to Altcoin Alert. That was the AA score. One I like a lot is social activity. Match that up with trading activity. And Polymath, Propy, Raven coin again, WRX, LPT I kind of like. Komodo, GMX, OGN. So there's some contenders here. Maker I kind of like. When I say I kind of like it, I know it's something I can trade on a foreign exchange both directions. So as opposed to some of these, meme coins, which you really can't short. So, or it's difficult to do so. ICX, haven't seen that one in a while. Let's check that one out. Okay, it's on Kraken and crypto.com. It's on about everything except Coinbase. Oh, look at Kraken. It's actually a futures contract there, which means you can trade it in either direction. So look at it that way. All right, day trading layout. We are below the 20. It just dove below the 20, so it should return, but it has been bouncing around the 20 without doing much. It's mostly going sideways. But if it were to turn around, say right about here, the red zone is almost 10%. That's a great day trade. If it took a little more than a day, that would be pretty good. So you might want to do an alert on the RTI for ICX. Right click, add an alert. Crossing up on the 20, once per bar close. When something hangs around the 20, you have an alert like this, it will go off a lot, which is kind of annoying, but it's the price we pay for alerts, I suppose. Message. So social activity sort. Can't seem to spell. Notifications. We'll make this a 3 notes reverb. Click create. And I think I forgot to put a time on it. So go back to your alerts, select edit, and you can go ahead and make that correction under expiration time. I'll put that for 8 p.m. 2000 and click save, and your edit will be saved. So TradingView is pretty easy to use. I like it. All right, so that's the day trading options. Go to the swing trade layout on the 1-hour chart. Everything is negative on this time frame. Let's see if you got in fairly soon, went to the red zone, 10%. It's got potential. So you could right click on here and set an alert on the super trend and choose buy. We can also look at a longer time frame, go to the 4-hour, see if we have a little more room to move. Looks about the same. 8-hour, also the same. Day chart is quite a bit of room to move, but it's going to take you a while. This resistance, 38%, 143 days. That's way too long, I think. 65%, 170 days, 150 days. A little bit better, but again, longer than I want to be in a trade. So you might want to go with setting an alert on the super trend, catching the next move up to the red zone, get you a good 10 to 15%, or going with the day trading setup. Any questions on ICX? Okay, that was a social activity sort. 1-hour projected range, which is something you can use for a short-term day trade. I'm not seeing anything I like though. This is kind of the closest mod coin. I like to see when they're both upper and lower are green, or when the upper is a big number and the lower is a really small number. I'm not seeing really either of those scenarios here. So I'm going to skip that sort. Go to short-term sentiment. We'll match this up with Elder Impulse hourly, though I haven't had much luck with this last few months. There's 28 bullish on short-term sentiment and 16 bullish on Elder Impulse hourly. You see, it's all bearish, bullish, bearish. They're not matching. Bullish and neutral on Zap. Bullish and neutral on Badger, Decred. Coins I don't trade anyway, so where I've had much better success is long-term sentiment, matching it up with Elder Impulse Daily. We got Raven Coin again. So AA seems to like Ravencoin a lot. Mask, which you looked at last week or on Monday. LPT, which I kind of like. WRX again. OMG. So there's a few to choose from on this sort. Well, let's look at Mask. Maybe we'll look at LPT as well. We're kind of moving along quickly today. All right, Mask on the day trading layout. We're right in the middle on the RTI. So the last time it dipped below the 20, went sideways and then shot up. That happened like right about here. Went down to here, then up to the red zone, about 5.5%. So that's a good day trade. So I think that's a worthwhile alert to set. I'm going to set mine for both directions. So crossing, entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. Keep that on to 8 p.m. Message, and that will be a long-term sentiment sort. Notifications, yeah, I'll leave the same one on. Click create, and I'll get that rectangle on the RTI. If you set this with just a cross on the 20, then you'll just get one dotted line. That's okay. Those of you trading spot, that's the way to do it. Okay, so that's the day trade layout. Let's go to the swing. And we're at resistance on the 1 hour chart. Don't like that. Though we've got a buy signal in play and a Trendilo trending up. Can't recommend buying this close to resistance. 4% move. Let's look at the 4 hour chart. Looks the same. 8 hours. Day charts. Yeah, day chart's not even looking that good. All right, 32% in 174 days. I don't like that. So yeah, I'm liking the day trade better than the swing trade on this one. But what you could do is set an alert on SuperTrend for the next buy signal. So if it dips and then comes back, let's say it dips, then comes back, or let's say get in around here, around this middle zone, then you'd have a retrace 17%. That would be a pretty good swing trade. So that's the mask setup. Any questions on that? Okay, we had LPT as well in here. Look at Live Peer, I think it's called. Yeah, here it is. Live Peer. We just lost the oh no, they're both bullish on the longer term time frames. All right, LPT, we'll look at that one, then we'll wrap it up. Let's go to the day trade first. Okay, so this one looks potential, like it has potential. It's dipped below the 20 on the RTI. Hasn't made the turn yet. But as you can see, the last time it dipped below and crossed, it made a really big move. So if we can get something like that, that would be cool. So let's right click on the RTI. If you're trading spot, choose crossing up. I'm going to choose entering a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close, leave this on for a couple hours. long-term sentiment. And there we go. I got my rectangle there showing up on my list. So LPT is looking good. If it crosses the 20, I'll get that alert and I can evaluate this for a long day trade. As a swing, let's go to the swing setup. Okay, well, this looks pretty good. It's in the green zone area and it's trending down. We need this to pick back up. So if this alert does go off, say around here, back to the red zone would be amazing, 50%. Might take 5 days, but 50% in 5 days is really good. So yeah, I like this a lot as a swing trade. Let's get that alert going. I think I'll go ahead and set this one. Buy. And leave this on till about 10. And this is a long-term sentiment. And then I'll switch over to handbell. Let me know it's a swing trade. Click create, and that should be in my list. So I like this as both a day trade and a swing trade. All right, cool. Any questions on LPT before we wrap it up? Any coins you guys want to look at? You guys are quiet today. All right. I'll wrap it up here then.
I want to talk to you about something.
Okay. Do you want to do that after the recording or right now?
Oh, after the recording.
Okay. Okay, you can stick around. Um, Wrap it up for everybody else. If you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that, though I'd rather see you live. Please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment to help fund the channel. And for the disclaimer I've been asked to give, this is just what I think and how I use Altcoin Alert. I have no connection whatsoever to the powers that be who own and promote this. So thanks for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Have a good weekend. Bye.